Covered quite a few mods on the channel, especially Smash mods that like to change pre-existing characters, either update their movesets, because a lot of characters have actually remained the same throughout the years because, you know, they might have came out and a version of the character wasn't clearly developed at the time, and this type of stuff actually might have kept their movesets from being probably what people want them to be to this very day. There's quite a few examples of that actually throughout the video. Whether they're Echo Fighters or just characters where people think their moveset could have a lot more potential, especially if you compare the actual games that are coming out for these characters to this very day. I mean, more modern day examples could be obviously Donkey Kong or a lot of the other 64 characters that have had some of the same movesets for almost 2 decades at this point. While some people don't actually want their movesets to be changed, other people actually think it would be nice to experiment with some different ideas, and that's what Ult S clearly is doing here. It's very reminiscent of HDR, but they actually add new characters, completely change some characters' movesets, and I actually really like this type of stuff. It's really interesting to see, so I decided for this video just to pick a grab bag of characters where I feel like they have an interesting enough of a take and that could be covered in a video. Also, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe down below. Seriously, it means a lot to me. And if you want more Ult S videos, I definitely could cover a more extensive look at Ult S or even cover the whole roster. Really depends on what you guys want to see, so let me know down below. Alright, strap in because it's gonna get good. Mario has a new spinning attack. This is actually an integral option for edge guarding and KOs. This is also a pretty common thing for a lot of mods to do stuff like this. You know, it's been a long time, there's been a lot of Mario games, there's definitely room for improvement when it comes to his moveset. Down air has also been reworked and is now a combo tool for the character. Forward air has a new flame effect, which also is something you can pretty much guess is going to be on every single mod of Mario. Honestly, this should just be in the game officially at this point. This fire effect is iconic. Also, his smash attacks also have been tweaked. And there's also a lot of modded versions of Mario that actually change up this stuff. But also side special was, and then also roll, also a potential combo starter for the character. So it's a pretty decent buff. They also gave Mario one of the best taunts in the game that I've seen. Just look at this peak right here. Now Kirby has probably changed the most in my opinion. His back air, for example, is now having a sword, which, yeah, this has quite a bit of range to it. This is definitely an improvement over the original. And also down air, which is the umbrella attack, which I'm sure you'll notice from the Kirby games. Side special is also a new beam attack. It can actually be a pretty decent tool for poking at the opponent. And also forward smash is the hammer, which was originally side special, but now they made it into forward smash. Down smash is also a new wheel attack. Up special has also been changed. Down special on the ground is very much inspired from the P+ version of the move, so you can use this to start combos or to avoid attacks. It's a really, really cool move. It's probably one of my favorite aspects of P+ Kirby. This version of Kirby's moveset is clearly trying to fix the range problem that Kirby is known to have for pretty much every single Smash game except maybe 64, where, you know, that wasn't really a problem. For obvious reasons. It's interesting to see what Kirby would evolve into if they actually went this direction. Little Mac probably has some of the most insane changes I've seen given to a modded version of the character. I mean, we all know Little Mac's flaws, right? So you can only go up from here because he's been pretty much a low tier in almost every iteration of the character. And this actually inspired me to do this video because some of the changes here were really unexpected. And you would think, oh, just go with very basic stuff and then call it a day, but no, pretty interesting things going on here. Now he has actual moves that are going to benefit his recovery and his combo game, I think, a lot better. He has higher jumps in this game, but also has better acceleration, which is, you know, instantly going to make his recovery better. Forward air, making it a completely different move, where also down air can actually spike off stage and doesn't, you know, have a really horrible hitbox on it. Or back air, having a stronger hitbox and is a decent edge guarding tool. Although to offset his better aerial game, they did tone down his smash attacks. The only variant that has armor is the straight angled forward smash, so you can't really spam armor and abuse that type of stuff. So this is going to make him less polarizing, as yes, he has better aerials now, but it's also going to mean his recovery is better and his air game is actually a possibility for the character. Grounded neutral B can also be canceled into a follow-up attack, so that's actually really neat. And I think that's going to actually make his ground game a little less predictable. It at least gives him something different option on the ground, so there is that. He's not just going to be swinging around, you know, his smash attacks willy-nilly. And it also makes neutral special not as committal. Now you can do something out of it. Also, if you use it in the air, you get a descending spike attack. Holy yeah, this move is crazy. It is probably one of the most unique aspects of Little Mac in this game is he has a very, very different tool. This is not what I was expecting when I expected this, you know, Little Mac updated moveset. This is a really cool change. And his throws also have been buffed, like for example, having better frame data to make their follow-up potential more rewarding. All in all, this is going to make Little Mac a more interesting character and not, you know, as polarizing as he tends to be. Just look at this move. This move is amazing. I love it. Now for Donkey Kong, they actually really went the extra mile with the character. I know some people have probably been asking for a new moveset, especially with Donkey Kong Bonanza being a thing. But this is a moveset that was created way before that game. So this is really tailoring Donkey Kong's moveset to as if the 64 characters were, I guess if they were made in Ultimate, their movesets would probably be a little bit more original. And this is like a crazy different moveset for Donkey Kong. This like almost completely changes him. So if you've been wanting him to be changed for years or something, this might please you, as his up special allows him to shoot out of a barrel, and the angle is depending on when the button is pressed again. So this is just like Donkey Kong Country. If you've played any of those games, you recognize this technique. A common thing for a lot of these mods is to add a dash attack that slides off the platforms, because that's straight out of the games. So that type of stuff has been brought forward here. But there's also a brand new forward air that is a really interesting combo string tool for Donkey Kong. I would have expected them to leave forward air the same because it's a pretty iconic move even in P+, but no, it's actually a completely different attack. Also, he has the ability to throw barrels in this game, which, yeah, Donkey Kong is really doing that to people. So you can zone with Donkey Kong in this game. The quality of life changes continue though, as his up throw animations have been changed, and his side taunt has also been made into an actual secret taunt that existed in P+, but it's also a reference to Donkey Kong 64. My other favorite low tier of almost every single Smash game that he's appeared in except for Melee. My favorite low tier alumni, Ganondorf, has also been changed quite a bit. Some of these changes actually are shared with HDR, so if you've played that version of the character, you'll know some of the same changes are here. However, there is some different stuff here that does make the Ultimate S version of the character stick out a little bit more. He has a lot of mobility, and also he has some very interesting new tools, like for example his neutral B that allows him to teleport. This is actually a crazy idea. This essentially can be a setup move and lead to an offstage edge guard, or Warlock Punch now being tied to the taunt button. Neutral B also being float just, you know, makes sense. Every Ganondorf mod I feel like adds this at this point. He has stronger combo tools in this version of the character. It's really nice to see at least the two ultimate low tier characters are probably not as bad as what they were before. Another Echo Fighter that they changed was Daisy. Forward tilt now has the frying pan, and this is actually like up air is a juggling tool. She has different stats compared to Peach, so she actually has a different run speed. Up smash is also an uppercut attack on the ground, and down tilt also sends the opponents at a different angle. Her neutral special is still a counter, but it's a little bit more original compared to Peach's. And it will actually make Daisy dash forward, which is a pretty insane change. But the changes honestly are going to make her a completely different character compared to what she was before, but also compared to Peach. This type of stuff is really interesting to see, especially what they did to neutral P. That's chef's kiss right there. Dr. Mario is a lot faster. Forward and back air were also swapped, which I think is a really interesting change. Forward air is made into a combo ender, and back air also is a very powerful move. Doc also has electric effects on all of his attacks. This is to make him stand out a little bit more, I think, compared to Mario. Dash attack is now a different attack. It's an elbow drop. And Nair is a star jump attack. Up tilt is also a brand new move. It has a completely different animation. Is now a ground and pound. It can actually go through platforms, which is a really interesting thing, I think, for the character. And he has new throw animations too. For Dark Samus, another character that I think really could have used some changes, but in this game she actually has a new jab, and also down tilt is a combo starter for the character. Down smash she also has a really cool animation. I think this is a clear upgrade over the original. And the throw animations have also been completely changed. Air is a combo starter for the character, and also she has some really cool move changes, like for example the forward air making it a spacing tool, and down air can actually spike off stage, which, yeah, this is cool. Dark Echoes creates a clone of Dark Samus, which is probably one of the most interesting ideas I've seen for a move, and it will remain until the B button is pressed again. And to be honest, this is probably one of the coolest things that I've seen Dark Samus be given, is just the changes to Dark Samus' special moves. And of course, I've saved the best for last, the character that probably everybody just wants to be changed at this point. Sonic is yeah, something else indeed. Either the campiest character, the character that a lot of people feel was extremely rushed way back in Brawl and how this kind of affected these aspects of this character to this day. Well, in Ultimate S, he is a lot more aggressive. Forward air is probably one of the most common things that I've seen change for Sonic. I can just look at it. And this is the obvious Sonic battle reference to the Sonic Eagle, which this move is incredible. I really love this animation. In this game, it's slightly different than a lot of the other iterations that are out there. And obviously, yes, it does spike. Up smash is a completely different attack. It is actually a pretty good comboing tool. Really love this animation too. So having a new down smash, which is a clear reference to Project Death. Also having a new rapid jab finisher, and I've actually really liked the quality of life stuff to the even small animations like this. I don't see too many mods actually add a rapid jab finisher to Sonic. A new side special, which is light speed, which I think is also a really unique tool for Sonic. Having a new dash attack, which makes the last hit into a potential combo starter. Alright guys, make sure to subscribe if you guys like this type of content. There's actually more videos like this down below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, it really means a lot to me. There's a Discord down below if you guys are cool enough, you can join. It's like the salty Splatoon, but in real life. It's the real deal.